Mm.
Oh, hello, everybody. I am here with the beautiful and talented Laura McPhee.
Hello.
I've known Laura since we were in a Healing class, my first class ever back in 2017, I believe. It's been a
Yes.
while. And Laura is awesome. She's an amazing coach. She's an amazing healer. She just has a wealth of information. If you're looking for a business coach, I highly recommend Laura. She's awesome.
Thank you, girl.
And yeah. And today, Laura is here to help show you what I have to offer the world. So, Laura would like to have a healing work on today.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes, awesome. So, and you had mentioned that when you have your moon time, the period pains is a little debilitating for you. Is that what you'd like to work on?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So tell me more about this. When did this pain first start for you?
So the first ever time I had period pain was with my first period, so it's always been a thing. I was just
Okay.
put on like basically as soon as I had my period, put on birth control, even though it was like years and years and years before I was even thinking about being sexually active.
Right.
So I went off the pill in 2018 and the like period pain came back full force and it was bad. So I did a lot of work on massage and chiro and herbs and raspberry leaf tea and all kinds of things, which made it a lot better. And I had a couple periods over the last couple years that have been pain free, which I'm like, yay, it
Mm.
exists. It's possible. My body can get there. But then last year, in the fall, I was with a partner who my body really didn't want me to be with. I started having painful sex again, which I hadn't had since I was 25. So it had been years and years and years since that happened. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, like the period pain was really bad. It would even wake me up when I was sleeping. It was like some of the worst I've had in my life. So then again, I went through a bunch of the healing things. And right now I'm working with a naturopath and doing supplements and seed cycling. And I'm doing a lot of like physical things, but I know there's still other things to be healed. It's not endometriosis as far as an ultrasound went. So if it was like super bad endometriosis, it would have come up on the ultrasound, but
Okay.
I'm like waiting for a pelvic bowl MRI. So that could potentially show more things. In the ultrasound, there was a possible polyp. That's what the doctor said. So I'm
Okay.
like, cool, let's just like fill it with light and send it healing energy and make it go away before anything else happens. So there could possibly be something there to heal.
Mm.
It could also be limiting belief systems. It could be a bunch of things. So I'm
A
working
myriad.
at different angles to release it and let it go so I can
The
have
casserole.
periods again.
Okay, so do I have your permission to scan and see what's going on? Free
Yeah.
will is everything, so we always ask before we invade anybody's space, and Laura has given me her permission. So I'm scanning to see what creator is going to tell me about how to support you with this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to ask you to muscle test something for me.
Mhm.
Muscle test. A part of me rejects my womanhood.
Yes.
Okay. Mm. And when I'm feeling into that, it feels like when you were young, like, were you teased for things that were more feminine or
My dad was super sexist. Like I was definitely given like women jobs at home. Like my brothers would do outside things and I had to like bake and stuff.
okay. So
Um,
masculine feminine roles were strongly
yes.
preached or
Mhm.
programmed, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And there's
Okay.
also been a thing which is interesting because I've noticed it recently. Um, like I still think I have somewhere the belief system that men are smarter or better than women. Like I have some stuff with like, for example, I was watching a show where the woman was super smart and all the things, and like I still have a belief system that's like it's called Lessons in Chemistry. That's the show, and it's like the first woman who is a chemist. There's like only one of them, and then she was trying to be a chemist. So like I still have a thing in my head where it's like, well, of course men are smarter. And like I grew up being the one girl with all the other guys who was the smartest. Like I graduated second in my class and I was always like top of my class in everything. So it's interesting that like that still exists in me somewhere because I'm like, I was always smart. I have my whole life as proof that I'm
Mm-hmm.
extremely smart, like 100% A plus student, and still
Mm-hmm.
that exists somewhere. So like there's definitely something unconscious that's still there.
Mm-hmm. And it's coming in. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you to muscle test this. I'm just waiting for the whole piece. Muscle test, this rejection, the one that we tested for earlier, motivates me to prove my worth.
Yes. Very strong, yes.
Hey. Value. Alright. So, would you like to have creators' wisdom and definition of your true value of worth and upgrade your definition to match the creators? Would that be okay?
Yes, please.
Okay. And let's show you how it feels and how to embody that value and worth true without needing to compare it to masculine energy of any kind. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Hmm. So, how does that feel?
That feels lighter. Like I was feeling like some energy in my chest move.
Good, good. So, if we were to talk about men and women, how does it feel? Like, do they feel superior or less than? Like, what's the first knee-jerk physical thing that
So because it was also coming in before when we were talking about like men are smarter, better energy, I've had that show up in dating as well, where it's like when I'm dating a man, his priorities come first. And like sometimes I'll just be like, well, I am the more flexible one. Like if he has a 9 to 5 job or specific things, like I can create my own schedule and I can move things around and like I am very flowy. But there's a thing where like I still have men that I'm dating as authority figures where it's like they're more important, their things should be more important. Like that's still a little bit sticky. And I've worked at it a little bit over the years.
okay?
And it can also come in like sexually where like I'm the more submissive one and I attract dominant partners who like to be the dom and I like being submissive and going with the flow and them deciding what we're gonna have to eat and where we're going. Like I love being able to surrender and lean back.
Mhm.
And there's still some like stickiness from stories that aren't necessarily serving me.
Mm, mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. Mm. I get you to muscle test just 2 words. Men decide.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was 100% my whole life with my dad. Like my dad decided everything. He was in charge of everything. My mom was like the meek person who followed along and didn't try to like create conflict, like walking
Hmm.
shells.
You said women, okay, your mom like was meek.
Hmm.
Can you test meek equals weak?
Yes.
Okay. So can we change that definition for you? So let's all clear and release the belief that being meek means that you're weak, and let's give you creators wisdom, truth, definition, feeling, embodiment, and have it match your own, the true definition of being meek and
Yeah.
humble. Would that be
Yeah.
okay?
Mhm.
I'm going to get you to muscle test. Women are allowed to decide.
I get it now.
You laugh too. Okay.
Yep.
So, okay. So that when the good news is that's an easy fix. Or unless Flake now. Why? Tell me why.
Uh, my brain is totally going to like the consciousness of like, but I decide and I've ended things and I decide where we're going. Like I've also, so my conscious brain is kind of taking over, being like,
Okay.
uh-uh.
Okay. So would you like to know that it's safe for you to explore this without reaching into coping mechanisms to keep you
Yes.
safe? And let's show you that it's safe and possible for you to explore this so we can get to that root and heal the issue. Would that be okay?
Yes. So now
Okay.
what's coming up is because I couldn't decide when I was younger. It was my dad's way or the highway. That was literally the only way. And when me and my brothers got a little bit older and we tried something different, it would make it worse for my mom. So like we couldn't speak up against him or do anything because then it would just make it worse for my mom and then we wouldn't, and he was abusive, and so we just stopped trying.
Okay. That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm. So let's look at that. Like when you're younger and you're seeing your dad making all the rules, all the decisions, and your mom is just kind of shutting up and putting up, and everybody else is shutting up and putting up. Let's now go back and change your energy on the quantum level so that you can see your father doing what he did and your mother responding it. And let's change that entire energy so that you can feel, wait now, he didn't have a right to say that. And you can feel like, hey, yeah, she was justified in standing up for herself so that we can even out those energies so that instead of one being this tall and the other one this tall, like let's bring them down to the same level for you. Would that be okay?
Yes, please.
And can we give you creator's truth and perspective around every time you saw that scenario play out throughout your life
Yeah.
so that that becomes very clear for you so you can easily and effortlessly see as an observer the energy dynamics. Would that be okay?
Yes, please.
So now let's pretend or imagine that your inner child is seeing your parents and they're having a healthy conversation. And your mother's actually asking your father for something she wants. And he says, yes, dear. Can you imagine that?
I can, and it also seems like so far-fetched. Like it's
So
totally moved the screen.
far. Okay. So let's let's show your consciousness what it would look and feel like for you if we could just tweak that energy. Because, like, whether it happened or not, we get to decide what
Mhm.
the energy was back then. And we're changing that on the quantum level now.
Yes.
So, would you like to know what it is and how it feels to see your mother take charge, ask for what she wants, and have her needs met and her desires fulfilled? Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay. And let's show inner child Laura that your mom is allowed. She deserves to ask for what she wanted, and it's safe and possible for her to have all her needs met and her desires fulfilled without anyone abusing anybody or anything bad happening within the family. Would that be okay?
Yes.
So now let's bring that energy from your inner child and let's bring it up to today, to present day Laura. So now you have permission. It's safe, it's possible, you're allowed to make choices based on your desires, your motivations, and the things that make you happy without fear of upsetting anyone's apple cart, without fear of repeating any old stories, without fear of somebody else suffering for your choices or your speaking of any way, shape, or form. Would that be okay?
Yes.
That's feeling substantially lighter.
Yeah. Definitely feeling a lot better.
And it's like what I'm looking in your body now, and it's almost it's like this little memo going back and forth in the cells, kind of like, really, we can? Yeah, we can. Oh my god, I knew that. Like talking amongst themselves.
Yay.
Oh,
Hmm.
and let's show you that you get to choose anything and everything for yourself without fear, without needing to protect anybody else, that you don't have to take on pain to protect anybody else, that you don't have to suffer to keep somebody else from suffering, that
Yeah.
you get to live, thrive, and honor who you are without it causing any ill feelings in anyone in your circles. Would that be okay? And can you muscle test? There is guilt and shame around being a woman.
Yes.
Okay. But what I'm seeing now is I'm looking into like your energetic, etherical, and all the different layers and dimensions in your body. And it's almost like these little dots of like and it's not that it's dark essence, but let's just say like anything that's not of the highest light. So, like the dark essence, the dark energy, and the dark consciousness that has been ingrained in your body from all of these beliefs, from other programming, implants, and parasites that have come down through the ages, through your genetics, through your collective consciousness, and all that you've ever been. Can we quantumly disentangle the energy of guilt and shame from all that you are, releasing that dark essence, energy, and consciousness, and replacing it with light energy, essence, and consciousness instead? Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, how's that feeling in your body now?
More open. Yeah, a
Mm,
lot here.
good, good.
Mm.
Mm. Can you muscle test it's safe for me to be a woman?
I'm getting a yes.
Yeah. It's safe for me to experience all that womanhood offers.
No,
No?
that's a no.
Okay.
Open.
Which parts aren't safe?
Birth immediately popped up, even though I'm
Okay.
doing all this work to prepare for orgasmic birth and super awesome pregnancy and health and wellness and
Yeah, and
collective conditioning.
yeah. So do you have the belief that it's possible? I know you've done
um,
work on it, but
like orgasmic birth is possible, yes.
okay. For
Ooh,
me,
orgasmic birth is possible for me is a no.
ah,
We both got that one coming through. It's like not for you
so would
though.
you, yeah, exactly, exactly. So yeah, it's possible, but possible for you. Would you like to change that so that it is possible for you? And let's pull, clear, and release all essence of fear. Would that be okay?
Yes.
And can we pull, clear, and release any trauma from your body from being with partners that you may not have felt safe with, or that just kind of any weird vibes you may have picked up, even the known, the unknown, the all of that, whatever your body is feeling from that. Let's just pull, clear, and release that on all levels and replace it with unconditional love and acceptance. Would that be okay?
Yes.
And when I said the acceptance, what kind of came up was, but what if they like there was kind of a like a little caveat was coming up in that, like, but what if they try to, convince me or something like, so can we show you how to uphold your boundaries when expressing yourself to a man and showing you that it's safe and possible for you to fully express yourself to a man without the fear of anything bad happening and without needing to justify why you're saying or doing or behaving or wanting the thing that you want. Would that be okay?
Yes.
That feels better.
Hmm.
Mm. So how are you feeling now? So let's muscle test some of these things and see if where the energy is on that. So can you test I need pain to protect my mom?
No.
Good. Part of me rejects womanhood.
I still get a yes to that.
We'll get a yes on that. What other part of you?
Something about like the part of me that feels like when I do go into motherhood, I'm going to have to like put down my soul's purpose. Like I'm going to have to put down the work that I do in the world for
Oh.
5 years per child to make sure that they're okay and grounded and have all the loving and all the thrivingness so that they can be incredible human beings and light beings on the planet. Like,
So for you, it's kind of like an this or that kind of thing.
yeah, like it feels like, yeah, like with motherhood, I'll have to
Mm.
kind of like
So if you muscle test,
do
I
that
can
one
have
thing.
both. I can have a successful business and be a mother at the same time.
I'm getting a yes for that. And I was like, there's something similar to that that's a no. So you're like really close.
Okay. I'll have time to be a mother and time to run my business at the same time.
No.
Okay.
Like, and especially like it feels like, and I've read some different books that are like, yeah, like the mother should really be the awesome caretaker for the first 5 years of a child's life, and that imprints all these good things. So
Mhm.
yeah, it feels like that time I'll basically have to like put
Okay.
everything down.
So, would you like to know that it's safe, possible, you're allowed, you can, and you're worthy and deserving, and it's possible for you to be a loving, caring, nurturing, best mother ever, and support your business in a way that serves the world, serves your purpose, serves your children? Would you like to know that you can have both and that you have a container big enough to hold both? Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay. And let's show that you get to do all of this without overwhelm, because it's just by being present, you're going to just live and thrive. So let's show you that it's possible for you to thrive as a mother and thrive as a business owner at the same time. Would that be
Yeah.
okay? So now, how does that feel? Part of me rejects womanhood.
That's a no now.
Hey.
Yay.
Okay. And then the other one was, I need to be motivated by men to prove my worth and value.
That's a no.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Mhm. So now, and this is where my particular brand of magic kind of comes in, is I've I'm very, very, very good at anatomy and physiology, and I can literally go into your body and witness creator healing. So, would you be okay with recreating your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, your uterus, your cervix, and any other tissues, the muscles, the ligaments, and the tendons, all in that area, and all those little fibrous tissues in there? Can we recreate those? Let's call in your highest timeline's blueprint of those organs, and let's just swap them.
Yes, please.
Right. So let's get you to take some deep breaths, and I'm just going to witness this energy. And I'm being called to walk you through this. So I'll get you to pretend or imagine that you have roots growing from the bottom of your feet, reaching down into the earth, moving through layers of soil, sand, stone, through the bedrock, through the water table, moving through minerals, gemstones, moving down till you see this beautiful, huge golden ball of crystalline energy deep, deep within the earth. And allow your roots to effortlessly dive into this beautiful ball and draw that golden crystalline energy up through your roots, up into your body, all the way up into your toes, into your feet, your shins, your knees and your legs, your seat, filling your pelvis, filling your belly, filling your lungs, saturating your heart, filling up your arms, moving up your neck, moving up to through your head, through your jaw, spilling out through the top of your crown, and let this energy intertwine with your personal energy field. And now, this energy that's coming up into your body, I want you to see it in your belly, recreating your fallopian tubes. Nice, clear, smooth pathways. Your ovaries, so well formed, firm, healthy, vibrant. Your uterus, healthy, strong, respecting all boundaries and effortlessly shedding what no longer serves it without pain. And your cervix, healing, recreation. And with your permission, can we show you how to have a period and go through your full menstrual cycle without pain, without discomfort, without hormones all over the place, so that you can release what no longer serves you with joy, ease, speed, and grace? Would that be okay?
Yes.
And let's show all of the muscles that are around that area how to relax while going through that monthly purge. Would that be okay?
Yes.
And let's pull, clear, and release any beliefs that it has to be painful from all those levels of all the generations that came before us that believed it had to be that way. Let's let all of that dark essence, energy, and consciousness go and replace it with light consciousness, energy, essence, and consciousness. Would that be okay?
Yes.
And let's mark any lessons that this pain was trying to teach you as complete. Would that be
Yes.
okay? Okay. And let's adjust your neurology to this, like shedding those cell receptors for pain and increasing your cell receptors for pleasure. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Hmm. So how is that feeling?
Good.
Nice.
Mm. Mm.
So if you think back to talking with like your mom and your dad, like any triggers on the masculine energy still coming up?
Mm. Still a slight one, like when my mom was on her period and
Okay.
was in a lot of pain, or her hormones were crazy enough, like that would give her voice, like she'd get angry. So like there's still
Mm,
something about that.
okay.
And my dad's explanation was just like your mom gets that way sometimes. Like, yeah. But it's like
Okay.
hormones. And also like after she started having children, she started being more like suicidal. Like her hormones went that extreme, that side of the
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so there's also a little part of me where she was like, I'd rather have the pain again, because she'd either have the pain or like be really crazy and like almost suicidal, intrusive thoughts, stuff like that. So
Okay.
like there's part of me that's like, it's this is well, the pain's better, because she's always been like, well, I'd rather
Yeah.
go back to having the pain.
Yeah, it's like you have to choose between the good and the bad.
Yeah. But
Something.
which bad I want. Which bad is worse, pain or craziness?
Yeah. Okay. 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 How do I muscle test this? Because
And
this just
pain
came
won't kill
in.
me. Suicide could kill me.
Well, let's show you how to go through your monthly cycle without depression. Would that be okay?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And I'm gonna get a muscle test this. I fear worst case scenarios.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super strong.
Yeah. So what was coming in is like the masculine always sees the worst case scenario and they dictate and put label, and then it just ends up and I'm powerless because of all these labels. That it's the worst case scenario because I've been told and taught that that's just what happens. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so let's pull, clear, and release the belief that everything that can happen in your life is going to be of the worst case scenario
Yes.
from all levels. And let's show you that you get to choose the best, most highest optimal outcome for you and everybody involved. Would that be okay?
Yes.
And let's show you who you are, how to live your life, relationships, business, health, and level of security look and feel like without automatically picturing worst case scenarios and
Yeah.
automatically picturing best case scenarios. Would that be okay?
Yes. Mm.
How's that feeling?
Yeah, that feels a lot better.
Yeah, it's like that peace.
And like a lot more options are open, it feels like. So that's fun.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, like a door opening. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, it's not bad. It's all of this.
Yes.
Nice.
Mm.
Okay, so let's integrate and see if anything else is sticking out.
Wonderful.
Okay. So in case our viewers don't know what this is we're just showing Laura new ways of thinking, behaving, and responding with all of this new information and without all of the stuff that she agreed she's no longer willing to live with.
Yes, please.
Yes. And we're doing all timelines, all languages, all dimensions, all that you've been, all that you are, will be.
Mm.
Hmm. How does that feel for you?
Yeah, that feels really good.
Yeah, I love the yawning.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm. So
Mm.
you're going to have to let me know how your next cycle goes, and I really can't wait to hear.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So can't wait. Yay.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. So is anything else coming up? I think we got everything on your list that
Hmm. Yeah, that feels good for now. That feels like it's everything. I like that I just said for now, but
yeah, we scraped off that layer.
yeah, we are good. Full stop.
Yes, 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 awesome.
Thank you.
You are so welcome, and I can't wait to hear how you make out with this healing. I so can't wait to hear how your next cycle goes. And anyone out there, if you would like to reach out and see how I can support you in healing your body, connecting with Creator, reach out. My information will be in the comments section, and I look forward to seeing how I can serve you in your highest and best way so we can move forward and celebrate life and we all get to thrive.
Yay! Awesome.
Yay! Awesome. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful night.